Pet Sematary Bloodlines is out right now on Paramount Plus, guys. And if you were a fan of the reboot of Pet Sematary, this is a prequel to that movie, Pet Sematary Bloodlines. And did I like the movie? It's got its issues, so let's talk about it. Pet Sematary Bloodlines. In 1969, Judd Crandall dreams of leaving Ludlow, Maine, behind, but he soon discovers sinister secrets buried inside and is forced to face a dark family story that will keep him forever united with Ludlow. And that actually sounds like an interesting premise. And that's what I would like to have seen more of in this movie, that would have accented the original Pet Sematary as to why Judd is there. And it's kind of like a haunting thing when you actually think about it, which this movie was trying to set up. But this movie just was not executed all that well. It had a lot of pacing issues, a lot of editing issues, with some questionable acting. Now, not questionable acting from the main character who played Judd, Jackson White. He was actually the standout here. This guy right here, you see him right there, is a young Judd. And I thought that he did pretty well for what he was given. David Duchovny is also in this. Natalie Allen Lynn is in this and plays the girlfriend. You might recognize her from Gotham. So they try to play along with some of the familiar tropes of, like, there's an animal that gets resurrected, and basically Judd's trying to leave town in the beginning, and things keep on happening to him that keep him in the town. Oh, the dog. There's a dog in the road. Oh, a bird hit the window. Oh, this guy's acting really weird, so I got to go over to his house and check him out to see what's going on. Oh no, my girlfriend just got hit or bit by the dog, so now I got to take her to the hospital. And it's kind of like things keep on happening to him to keep him in the town. But it feels like you as the audience member are kind of like, no, I want to see him progress as a character. And I know that this is the intention of what the movie's trying to do. It just didn't do it well enough to be like the way that it's kind of edited together. It's kind of like choppy. It feels like, oh no, the dog's coming to me. And then all of a sudden there's somebody lying on the bed going, oh man, my arm. It's like, what? Now, there are some creepy images in here, but the movie makes one fatal mistake. This movie, is supposed to tell the tale of the guy that comes back and is murderous, right? Not Henry Thomas, not Bill Baderman, the kid of Bill Baderman. What's his name? I'm forgetting now. Well, we see him there in the trailer. He's it's that story. It's that chapter in the story where the father brings back the kid, and it's kind of like the kid starts to kill people and stuff like that. It's just not all that interesting. It's not well executed because this part of the storyline kind of gets shoved to the background while they try to deal with this Judd storyline of him trying to leave town. And it's kind of like, which one are you? Are you the one trying to leave town, or are you the story about this guy that gets resurrected and comes back to kill people, kind of thing, right? And I feel like the biggest mistake with this movie is that they treat it kind of like as if somebody's never seen a Pet Sematary movie before. And I think that's going to make us fans who already understand it kind of like, what? Why are you retelling this? There's some interesting flashbacks, I would say, but it doesn't feel horrifying. It doesn't feel scary. And then things happen in the third act that just become hokey. It becomes a horror kind of schlocky, tropey thing that we've all seen a million times where, oh yeah, there's a zombie guy outside trying to kill people. Oh, don't turn around because he's going to be right behind you, kind of thing. And it's kind of like, why are you doing this? And then you'll be like wanting to pull your hair out towards the end of this. So let's go over to the early score sheet and see what I'm thinking about this movie. Acting wise, it's only got that really, like David Duchovny in there and Henry Thomas as the elders of this community. They had potential, but it wasn't well. But I'll give it for the main guy who played the younger Judd. He did well. Directing is a huge flop. 0.5 for directing, because that falls. I'm faulting the story for this. Um, the story had an interesting premise. I'll give 0.5 for that. It did, but it just totally fell flat on its face, and a lot of that had to do with directing, because of story choices, because of dialogue choices, because of editing choices, and it just. Ugh. Luckily, the saving grace of this was that it was an hour and 30 minutes. So, yeah. Ooh, James, that's only 90 minutes. You like that. So, as you can see here, acting, directing, and story are out of a possible 2 points each. Cinematography and score are out of 1 point each. I don't think the score. I could dock the score for this as well, but those are just mostly serviceable scores right there. So I'll keep that. As you can see, it's not shaping up all that well. Perhaps we need to go over the tomato meter and see what people are saying about this. Ooh, 21% by critics, 62% by the audience. So the audience is being a little bit more lenient on it. This actress did a good job. She did. She was one of the kids that was making the masks that we've seen, trying to build into some of the lore. Pam Grier, kind of a wasted character. Not, that sucks. That well, at least she got paid. And yeah, this guy, he did a good job. And see, like the cut of his chin line and stuff. For some reason, every time that I was looking at him, I kind of got like Guile from Street Fighter 6 vibes for some reason. You put some blonde hair on this guy in a buzz cut. Can you see him as like Guile? I don't know why. Maybe it's just like the nose, the face structure. I just felt like, yeah. But then it falls into the tropes of the dog doesn't even really do all that much kind of thing. Where it's like, oh yeah, instead of the cat, it's the dog. It was completely muddled. But this Jackson White guy, I do want to see more from him. I want to see where he goes next. Because of his performance alone. Looks like he had some TV stuff, some shorts. Nothing else that jumps off the page at me. He's got something upcoming, another short called The Pitch. And I hope this doesn't ruin his experience. Because, yeah, as I said, he's got that line that I think people will be like, Natalie Allen Lind, he was fine. Forrest Goodluck, he was Manny Rivers, yeah. Mostly his acting was kind of like, Isabelle LeBlanc, though, as Donna Rivers, was interesting. Let me pull up her resume. Henry Thomas and David Duchovny. Samantha Mathis was in this. I didn't even recognize her. My God. I'll have to go back and take a look at that. But yeah. Isabelle, let's take a look at her resume. LeBlanc. True Detective? Is that it? Only 3 credits? I want to see more from her, and I do want to see more from Jackson White. Duchovny and Henry Thomas will be fine. Henry Thomas will go work with Mike Flanagan and stuff. That's fine. This is a movie that's going to come and go. Paramount Plus. This is not something that you would want to prop up on your platform and say, "Ooh, come check this out." Listen, it's like, I don't know. I'm nowhere near the 62% though. Some of the snapshot reviews. CNN says a crisp and efficient reminder of King's line, "Sometimes dead is better," and the occasionally sometimes prequels are too. What? Is that supposed to be a good review? I don't know. RogerEbert.com. Didn't like it. Not even with the jump scares. Not even the jump scares work. In other words, leaving the title but sudden jolts of ghoulish carnage to keep the audience awake. Well, that and it's only 90 minutes, so you got that saving grace. Matt Donato liked it. Matt, my God, he's been liking a lot of weird. He liked Exorcist Believer as well for some reason. You take the good and the bad in Bloodlines, which manages to avoid completely forgettable fate that might have buried this franchise 6 feet deep. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Yeah. Um, does it tarnish the franchise? No. I think overall, Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, it's going to come and go, and then people will be kind of like, you remember once they made a prequel for this? So, that being said, I think the watchability factor, uh, I would say check it out once if you're curious. If you're a Pet Cemetery fan, you'll want to check it out. If you're a horror fan, you'll want to check it out. Uh, but I would not pay to subscribe to Paramount Plus for it. That's what a 4 out of 10, James. That's not very good. Oh, oi. Is there any more generous thing that I could possibly give for this movie? I don't. Okay, fine. Because that girl was good too. I'll give 1.5 for the acting. 4.5 for Pet Sematary Bloodlines. And it sucks because I was looking forward to it. I was hoping, I was like fingers crossed. I was really hoping that they would be able to pay homage to this, but it's kind of like we know about this lore, so you don't have to re-educate us about it. And spoiler, sorry, kind of thing. The fact that the parents knew about this place and were kind of like the arbiters of the sacred ground, kind of thing. There was some potential drama there that could have easily played out between Henry Thomas and David Duchovny, right? There was some yeah, Timmy comes back. There was some drama there that could have easily elevated this movie a little bit more. Kind of like, this is our duty to protect this place and keep it safe. Yeah, you used it to resurrect your son, and there's a great scene that starts off with it, kind of like Henry Thomas comes up to him and is like, Bill, what did you do? Kind of thing. And you can see that turmoil in him, and he's like, okay, I understand. I'll help you, kind of thing. And then you realize that Henry Thomas's character, the father of Judd, was trying to protect protect Judd from that, right? He was trying to, like, he didn't want that fate to fall on him. Of course, we know that it does, because that's what happens in the original Pet Sematary story that we know. And that, if that was all accented, ramped up, that's the backbone of what the movie should have been about. Not this Timmy, am I leaving town kind of, yeah, it just got muddled. So it's a shame. 4.5 for Pet Sematary Bloodlines for me, guys. Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below. Were you more generous about it? Yeah, just a bit of a shame. All right. So if you liked what you've seen, guys, there are all my other social media handles that you can find us on, where we publish like shorts and stuff like that. We play games over on Twitch and stuff like that. So hit that thumbs up button. Come join us for some movie news on Mondays and Fridays, where we talk about everything like that. And as I said, we do movie reviews. So The Exorcist Believer review is up on the channel right now. So I'll put this segment out later. A movie on Netflix, Nowhere, where this pregnant woman gets stuck in a shipping container out at sea. Now, that was a little bit more horrifying than Pet Sematary Bloodlines. And that didn't have supernatural stuff going on in it. We're watching Survivor right now, guys. Survivor Season 45. We're having fun with that. We're watching Hell's Kitchen Season 22 right now. And, oh, yeah, watch Ramsay go off on some of the line cooks, chefs. We're just wrapped up Ahsoka Season 1 with Episode 8. We did a full movie reaction for Wishmaster, and my reviews for the creator and Saw 10 are up on the channel. And as I said, of course, we do movie news there. So come join us tomorrow, where we'll be talking about, hopefully, later on tonight, I'm going to be watching a movie called Totally Killer. And this one I have high hopes for, too, and I hope it delivers a horror comedy. Sweet 16 Killer returns 35 years later. So this girl travels back in time to be with her teenage mother to try to solve this murderer. Well, that sounds fun. Yeah. So if you want to see that, come join us here on Mirror Domains, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Let me refresh the old box office mojo and see if, oh, yep, the results are up. Let's go take a look for this week.